We make our header transparent. That is what we were working towards. The first thing we need to do is remove the background. But let's not do that first, because how we get this header to be quote unquote transparent isn't as straightforward as you may think it is. And this is not unique to Divi, but I would say it's always a learning curve, because in the old days, if you use a theme like Blocksy, you simply just hit the button, make header transparent. But within the builders, you actually need to take a few steps. Some builders have a nice feature, make it transparent, boom, be boom. But like in Divi, you'll see we have to do a few things here. From the side panel, here where we have the layers panel, select row. To the options panel on the right, select advanced. Then position. Under position, select absolute. Oh, something happened there. Now it's absolute, and this is a bug that Divi has also fixed. We worked previously with this little plant here, and this offset origin didn't work properly. I thought it was maybe how I placed it. Turns out it's a bug. Thanks for making me spend so much time on thinking I'm a total idiot. But anyway, here we go. The position is absolute. Currently, it is set to the top left. Put it here. That's where we want it to go. And that really is all you do here. The next thing we are going to do is go to the section. All of this space on the right, the bottom, and the left, that is set by the section. So we have to work with that. And the first thing we are going to do, we're going to remove the background color. Section, background, and move it away. Now we're going to do a few weird things with the section design, spacing, and our padding. For the top, 0, and we link it for 0 at the bottom as well. And look at that, removing all the padding. Basically, it's almost as if this section doesn't exist. Now we have focused on the row. The row is at the top, but we do need padding at the top and the bottom. But we do not do that at the section level. We do that at the row level. Select the row, we add padding to the top, let's give it about 35, and the bottom will be irrelevant. If I type in 100 pixels at the bottom, you will not see anything happening because of that absolute positioning setting that we've set up. To add then space between our heading here and the content of the section, that has to be done on the hero section level. I just want to remove the 100 padding that I've added here. Good. And now we select the section on the page. Go to the top section and the padding at the top. I will increase this to 175 pixels. And now it looks this way. Let's make it a little bit more professional now that we know how the overlay looks. I'll select the menu element, go to design. My menu text, I'm going to drop it down to 14. Nice and small. I'll go to my menu font and I'll put it on thin, even smaller. Yeah, I know that looks crazy. But this is the design style that I'm going for here. Just make sure, shouldn't be a big thing. But as we go down to tablet, let's go for our icons. That is where we found the hamburger menu, and also reduce the size here to something like 36. It just matches with the rest of our design, delicate, professional, modern. Go to the row element, and what I want to do is add a divider here at the bottom that's going to cross the whole screen. By going to the row, go to content of the row elements, and we have one column here. Click on add element, and it only gives me the option to add another column. Now I have two columns. They are adjacent to each other, but I want them stacked. That means I go up to my row, select the row, design, flex, and I will put it on column to stack it. Now with the second column, I'll go to the middle and click on divider, and I'll add the divider, design it quickly, the line, I want it on this bright snow, but I will reduce the opacity to around 36 because that's where my mouse stopped. And then also I will go to line position and just put it vertically centered. I feel that's a better way to work with it. How do I get this divider now to stretch the entire screen? The best way I found to do that is to go to the column the divider is housed in, go over to sizing. And then for the width, I'll put it on 100 VW, enter. And you can see the line goes off the page on this side. And what we do now is go to the row layout and choose this option, center. And once you do that, you can see we have the line as so. With the row selected, we reduce this space now, which is actually the vertical gap. And let's see if I type in 0, you can see how it drops down there. Let's add around 24 pixels. That looks much better. Just that little faded line in there. Let's save and go view it on the front end. Preview on front end. Nice. This looks really professional, and you can check it also for the responsive views. The line is going to be there, and we can go ahead and make changes on those levels as well. If we think this is too much spacing, I think maybe for our mobile device, definitely too much. For now, we leave it like that. Save our work, and now we have completed the header. We've put in a menu, we've put in a logo, we've figured out how to make the hamburger menu, we've made it transparent, and I've shown you how to add this line. Just one note here. You'd be confused, why did I put in another column? Why didn't I just create another row? And the reason for that is if I click on add new row, the following is going to happen. It goes to the top. And the reason it goes to the top is because this row, we changed it to absolute positioning. And that is the reason that row goes to the top. If you are going to build out something complex like a top line, a middle bar, a bottom bar, consider bringing in rows within rows if you want that familiar environment of working with rows and adding rows. And then the main parent row, this one here, you will set to absolute, and then you just add rows within this row, which will be actually within the columns, because you can't have a row without a column. But then you can bring in rows within those columns to start building that out. You know, in Divi, there are so many ways to do it. Good, we're done with this one.